Hi Doug, it's Peter from Aardvark Boutique Audio, and hello everyone out there. We're going to take 2 seconds for a quick commercial about what's happening in Orangeville next weekend from the 2nd to the 5th, our annual Blues and Jazz Fest. We expect well over 50,000 enthusiasts, and for this reason I've brought Doug to the store, and there are not many places to buy and take home the music. Obviously the performers will have their CDs, but over and above there are really only several places in town to buy records. One is Aardvark Music and Culture uptown, and here, especially for the festival, we brought Doug in. Doug, I know that you buy and sell and are an enthusiast in all things vinyl. I've asked you to think through and pick through your collection for the Jazz Fest, and I'm handing it over to you.
Okay, I want to preface and say everything I'm showing here is going to be actually available for sale, so it's not, there's no tease involved here. We're trying to promote records, and I brought some examples. The first one I thought of was
I'll hold that one up for you.
Yeah, a record by Miles Davis. I guess a seminal record for him. In '69, he was pushing the boundaries of what jazz and any other types of music was, and performing with such artists as the Grateful Dead, for example, at the Newport Jazz Festival. So this album is important. It's not, I wouldn't use the word rare, but it's scarce to find it in really good condition. All the records are presented in sleeves, inner and outer sleeves, and they're in really good shape, so you can actually take them home and just put them on your turntable.
Terrific.
This is another example, 1 year later, Miles Davis Live, 1970.
Wow, 1970.
And if you look at the covers, it's visual for records. Unlike, I'm going to say, a comparison between like looking at a beautiful woman. Initially, you're attracted to her, and then you talk to her or something, and then you feel more attraction. It's the same thing with music. Visually, you're attracted to the album cover, then you put it on the turntable, and then it takes you to another time and place, and you like it even more. This example is it's about the first album for Johnny Winter. Johnny Winter is no longer with us. It's an example of a record that, again, is going to be scarce. But the condition on this one is going to be a little less than perfect, but it's a scarce record, so I use it as an example of something that's important. And Johnny Winter is no longer with us, so it's not like he's making more music. And this is very early for him and a very important album.
Thanks.
On the low end of things, Roy Buchanan is a great performer. It's not going to be an expensive record.
On the low end of things, Doug, what price ranges are we talking here?
So the Roy Buchanan is going to be around $12 or $15. The Miles Davis records are going to be around $40 to $45. So those gives you an example of the price ranges of the records. And there's going to be a lot less than that. Some of the records I'm going to be offering are going to be as low as like $5 each. So it's going to be a bit of everything.
Good, thanks.
Next,
this is beautiful.
I brought some some of the early blues, really early from the 20s and 30s. It wasn't even available on LP form. It was available in 78s only. So, of course, I can't play 78s, so the only way you can listen to this music, if you have a normal 33-45 record player, is now these reissues that were done to 33 vinyl. And this is an example of one on a label called Yazoo. And this is another one, both early from the 20s and 30s. One's bottleneck style and one's blind Willie Mattel.
Wow. And what would these reissues fetch?
Those are going to be around 20 or 25 each. Because even though they're reissues, they're out of print again, because they're not printing any more of those actual copies.
So even reissues are starting to become collectible.
Yeah, because they just stopped printing them, so people are...
Limited runs.
Supply and demand, right?
Understand. So, Doug, roughly how many records are you going to bring for the
I'm going to bring the equivalent of 2 or 3 crates. So I'll put together, I'm looking at this bin now, this Coke thing. I don't know how many that holds. Crates usually vary from 60 to 75 records in a crate. So 120 to 150, something like that is what I'm aiming for.
All right, and so all I say is come early.
Yeah, come early to get best selection. If there's something that I've shown you that you're interested in, obviously come early. And but definitely come down to the shop to see you and the actual shop, and maybe bring your turntable down or wherever needs fixing or such, and it'll be a great experience.
Right. And Doug, thanks for the reminder. This is about the music at the end of the day, and of course, Aardvark Boutique Audio allows us to play all things, whether it's vinyl or CD or even computers. So come on down for the festival. This is a great time. We're keeping our fingers crossed for the weather, but the music will more than compensate. So we'll see you here, and we'll see you throughout the June 2nd to June 5 festival. Thank you. Thanks, Doug.
Thank you, Peter.
All the best.
All the best to you.
All right.